That's us, Jimmy. Boom, we're live.
How's
things, mate? You all right? Can you hear us all right or not?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. You know, just back in the gym.
Sounds not too good from your end, like.
Yeah, you know the way I was when I was in Newcastle, not doing too good. Obviously, things surrounding my daughter, so instead of waiting and fucking testing my recovery, you know, I just decided to get the fuck out there, you know. Simple as that.
Jimmy, you got a bad
We learned that with
like,
step one, don't we? Now we shouldn't fucking test for recovery. Simple as that.
Have you got your volume turned up or something, Jimmy? You?
What's on there?
You got your volume turned up? I can hardly hear you, brother.
Yeah, I have it right up, but it's a shit phone. Yeah, it's right over there now, mate. Can you hear us now?
That sound here, like for you, mate.
Right sound.
Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? Because I'm struggling here.
Yeah, I can hear you when the words to me, yeah, you know. But
tell you what, I'm going to go sit in the car, mate, and get out.
It is what it is.
I've been on the phone today to a fella.
Yeah.
I won't say his name just yet.
Yeah.
It's a bit distasteful, like, because we haven't got now started apart from a little verbal agreement. But our manager, mate, Jimmy, you'll know him. I'll give you the crack afterwards. I'll give you the big banter name. I'll ring you when we get off this live. I'm going to put his name out there, but he's manages a load of kids, good kids that we know in the BKB, world champions and that.
Good stuff.
Good chat with him, mate, about some good promotions coming up this BKB.
Very good. Very good.
If I can rack a couple of wins up, mate, I'll get us on that BKFC. When they come out, I reckon having a show in Thailand.
Well, as I say, I've already spoken to David Feldman. I've already got that in the pipeline. You know what I mean? Come August, if I can get well, you know what I've got coming on the 26th of April. So if nothing sinister is found in the hospital, hopefully it'll be full steam ahead. But if it's not, then it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I wish you well with that, Jimmy, mate.
All I can do is pray, you know.
Of course, I'll pray for you, brother. I'm going to sit in this car, mate. I can maybe eat a bit better in there. I'm going to sit in this car, mate. I can maybe hear you a bit better in there.
All right, so.
Yes, Jimmy.
No.
Can you hear a little bit better now, mate? What's my sound like? Everybody all right?
That's somebody. I can't get loudspeaker on this somehow. I don't know how. That's why.
If it's just me. Can anyone else hear Jimmy all right, or is it just me? Is Jimmy all right? You know, to everybody else.
I can't even see anyone else.
No, they're all here, mate.
All right.
There we go. Got a few in the house. Fly me to the moon. That's mental, lad. I've just said that to somebody. That is mental, lad. Fly me to the moon. Mark Ryan, John Smith, Gold, Pure Blood. Got a few in the house. 75 watching, Jimmy. Not bad at all.
Very good.
I've did a little spontaneous live. Hi, mate.
Got already.
Got on the phone to a kid. See, I can't hear you, mate. I can't hardly hear you, Jimmy, at all.
Can you not?
But it's all right. That when this phone's a bit closer. I've had someone on the phone today about this promotion. That, and I'll tell you why, right? Because I was meant to be fighting that Danny Duval. Well, I'm still up for fighting him. Obviously, I'm wanting to fight him. It's booked in, cocked and locked. But he's fighting a month before, right?
Yeah.
He's fighting a month before, and he's fighting a rough, tough kid, right? So I'm thinking, like, that kind of puts our fight in jeopardy. Do you know what I mean? So I got on the phone.
Listen, if you clean your yards out, you learn a lot more than what think you're in a recovery where fucking powerless or people, places and things. None of your business what he does. None of your business his opinion. Let him get on with his shit. You get on with yours, Danny. As long as you're prepared.
Mate, I know that, Jimmy. I'm aware of that, brother. Thank you, mate. But what I'm thinking is this.
Yeah.
I've got he's fighting a month before. Like you said, that's his business. I'm not. That's I'm not. Don't feel any kind of way about that. But all it is that it seems to put our fight in jeopardy, mate. If he's having a bare knuckle fight a month before he's meant to be fighting me, so I thought, something, I'll jump on a show as well. So I'm going to do one for Andy Bakewell.
yeah, good man, yeah.
That's it. I'm going to jump on the BFBA. Got to find us an opponent for June, I think. Hopefully, early June. And we'll see how we get on. I'm roasting in this car. I'm going to take my jumper off too.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So I'm going to jump on a show in early June with the BFBA. If I can rack a couple of wins up, which I think I can. He's going to see about getting us on that BKFC show when they come to town.
Well,
it's all good, mate. And at the end of the day, right, Jimmy, I thought, something, instead of farting about in that ear, the last thing I want to do, right, is get to like 40-year-old in a couple of years' time and think, shoulda, coulda, woulda, kicking myself thinking, I should have had a crack at that when I had a chance.
Yeah.
So I'm going for it, mate. And,
definitely. Fucking BFB is the best way to go, Fucking the lad who runs is a genuine kid, I couldn't say any more goodness about the lad,
yeah.
You know the way that fucking I've been treated by the people, that other company that I used to fight for, I'm not going to mention any names, I couldn't give a fuck about them. We'll just leave it like that. You know what you're...
Yeah, we've had some conversations about this in the past, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
Aye. But I'm just thinking to myself, do you know something? I've still got a bit to offer, Jimmy. Do you know what I mean? Maybe 37, I've maybe past my best, but I've still got a bit left in the tank, mate. So I'm gonna put 100% into it, mate. I'm gonna put 110% into this last venture. I'll call it a venture because I'm putting a lot into it. I'm gonna be training hard. I've already got a good base fitness. I'm gonna be training hard, running, sparring, you name it, mate. I'm gonna get out there with Wayne. I'm gonna see if Wayne will come and do my corner. I'm yet to ask him, mate. I'm sure he's all right, like, you know what I mean? But I'm sure he'll be all right with it, but I'm yet to ask him. And like I said, I'm giving it both barrels. You know what I mean? I'm not farting about with it. Like I said, I said there, the last thing I want to be doing is sitting about in a couple of years' time thinking, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have had a crack at it because my body's failing.
Danny, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you on your show, like I tell you fucking over private phone calls, I tell you because I care about you, my friend, right? You're talking the yes, fair enough, we'll pass my best. You're talking there with a bit of negativity, fucking you woulda, shoulda, coulda. You know as well as I do, right? If you got that same fucking mentality that you had when I was living with you, all right, and you get your fucking head fixed on your eyes fixed on the prize, you've got a good few years left in you. You get yourself clean, you stay clean, you train and you live right. Mate, listen, man, there's plenty of lads fighting in the 40s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know one.
No, yes, brother. And thank you for that, Jimmy. But that's where my head's at with it. You know something? After speaking to that fella today, I'm getting a bit of vision, mate. I'm starting to get a bit of vision with it, thinking, you know something? I could do this. I could make some serious waves, Jimmy, right? I could do all right, rack a couple of wins up, make some waves. Once I've got a couple of fights under my belt, mate, I'm of the stance, mate, I'll fight anyone. I'll be going for titles and that because this is my last crack at it, mate. You know what I mean? It's my last roll of the dice, Jimmy, right? And I'm putting 100% into it. It's getting everything. And, mate, I think I'll do well. I'm confident, mate, that I'll do well. Still got a good fighting brain on us. I maybe don't react like I used to react, but it's still there. Because I've got all the confidence I need. I'm starting to get a bit
Well,
of
yeah,
vision, mate,
you know
and
as
I'm
well as I
starting to
do,
think,
as
you know
long as
something?
the hunger's there, mate, and you're not cutting no corners, because, you know, this is the only sport in the world where you can't rely on teammates, you know. If you train, like the way we were fucking hours in way, and with Mickey, because Mickey will push on, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yes,
leave
mate.
no stone unturned, which I'm sure you won't do when you've got Mickey there with you every morning, every day, every night. You know, and Wayne,
Yeah.
no better man fucking to have on your side, you know.
That's
There's
it.
only you can say how far you're willing to go and how far you're willing to fucking stop, mate. You know, I'm
Yeah.
100% confident in your ability. I'm 100% confident in your mental fucking steel when you're on the ball, you know. It's up to
Yeah.
you how much you really want it, and we'll find out, won't we?
That's it, mate. We'll find out. Like I said, I've got the bit between my teeth, mate. I've got the fire back in my belly. You know,
Good
it's like,
stuff.
it feels like it's like do or die, mate. You know what I mean? Like I say, I'm not getting any younger. Wasted a lot of years in active addiction, mate, as of you. Just wasting years, mate. Decades.
100%.
You know,
100%. I
and it's
mean,
time to do
we've talked
something, mate.
many
It's
times
time
in
to
your
do something
sitting room
positive.
how fucking
Yeah.
how quick that decade went, you know what I mean? For me.
Uh-huh.
But you know, this isn't about me, it's about you, so you know, learn off my mistakes, my friend, and fucking put the work in and you will prosper. 100% you will.
Uh-huh. Well, he's saying that obviously I've got a criminal record, which is quite extensive. And he's saying I'm still getting in the States, but they reckon they're having a show in Thailand before long.
Aye. Listen, without telling you to fucking go against the fellowship and all that, we're in the fellowship, right? If you're going to fucking put everything down on the S or the holiday Esther, of course you won't be allowed in. When you just press any, there's ways and means around it, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But my mate Dave tell us that.
Yes, aye, mate. But it's exciting times, Jimmy, you know what I mean? It's really exciting times. The training's coming. I'm sparring tonight with another one of Adam's boys, mate, another top amateur, David Lee, mate. I'm having a few rounds with him tonight.
You can't beat that sort of sport, you know what I mean? Them good lads are fucking hungry as fuck, you know what I mean? They're fast. You know, you won't get no better sport than I don't think. You know, the lads that are hungry and younger, naturally faster. You know, and they're like young bulls, you know, they want to put it on with.
Yeah,
So
of course they are.
you can't beat
Of
it.
course they are, mate.
Hello. All right, James.
Hello.
All right, Danny.
Here's Fighting Talk UK, mate. How are you, brother?
I'm all right. How are you?
All good, mate.
You all right,
Jimmy?
Look, he's gone.
Jimmy's away, mate.
He's away.
He's gone. Don't know what's happened to him.
Like Danny,
away.
obviously.
How are you, brother? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you? Are you looking forward to the Dillian White and Tyson Fury this weekend?
I am, mate. Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. I was, mate. Who you picking?
I mean, I was fucking like everyone else for Tyson Fury, but something in Dillian White's different, I see. So I think if Dillian White's going to do it, I'd rate him to knock him out 8-12. If not, Fury, I think, on points. But so many different opinions, isn't there?
See, this is what I love about boxing. It's what I love about combat sports in general. There's just so many variables. Mate. And I've got Tyson beating him, to be honest, by a landslide on points. But only if he boxes and fights the way he fought Wilder the first time.
Yeah.
See if he does that, mate. We're obviously just sitting down on the punches a bit more with that, you know, that Kronk style, like Sugar Hill training him and that. But I think, in my opinion, he can make a rod for his own back. He can make himself a very hard night if he comes and fights Dillian White like he fought Wilder in the second and third fight, because I think Dillian White's probably the most dangerous opponent that Tyson Fury's ever faced. Now, I know that Wilder had that big right hand on him, but he's a bit of a one-trick pony, is Wilder.
Yeah, definitely.
And he lunges in, doesn't he? He lunges in from way back. And, like, you know, he's semi-predictable. He was better in that, best in that last fight than I've ever seen him. But Dillian White's got a lot more tools. You know, he's got everything better. He has got a jab. He can close the distance, and he can bang. He's got one hell of a crack on him. He's definitely got the power to knock Tyson out. But
definitely,
you know. But time will tell, mate. It's like I've got my kind of Dillian White to me is like he's like Chisora, but better.
Yeah.
But he's better in every area than Chisora is, if you ask me. You know.
Yeah, we all love them Chisora style fights. Do you think, you know, like, because I spoke to someone about this yesterday, we can only go on the last two fights Dillian White had, which was with Povetkin. Now, in that first fight with Povetkin, he looked really good until he got knocked out. He looked like he was boxing a bit more, and then he got back to, oh my God, it's the fuse.
The fuse is on.
Yeah, like that.
Jimmy Mack's back here. I don't know what happened to Jimmy. We'll get Jimmy Mack back on.
What's happening?
I thought it was good though. I thought he done well. He was looking good until he got knocked out, Dillian White. Then in the second fight of Povetkin, he looked really good. He reminded me more of like a Lennox Lewis style, you know, and as he's got further on.
Yeah, absolutely. He's Jimmy back. He's all the boys in now. Fuse UK, how are you, brother?
Spot on, lads. How are yourselves?
I'm all right, mate. I take it it's my phone with the dodgy speaker. I'm here thinking it's Jimmy and his dodgy phone before. It must be my phone. I can't see. I can't hear you. It's too clever. It's like dulled down, eh? But we've just been on about the Dillian White, Tyson Fury, or Fury White, whatever way around you're putting it, mate. What's he calling it, mate? What you thinking about it?
I don't know, mate. I think if
For me,
Dillian White obviously needs to put it on him early, doesn't he? Needs to close the distance and put it on him, mate, because he's not going to win a boxing match against Tyson. But I think he's got a very good chance of doing it, mate. I really do.
Aye. Oh, Jimmy's away. Aye, mate. I think White's got probably the biggest chance of ever. Like I was just saying there, I think White's probably the most dangerous person Fury's ever fought because he's got a lot more tools than your Deontay Wilder. I know he hasn't quite got the same crack on him, but definitely got the power to knock anyone out. And,
yeah, 100%.
Mate, I think it's going to be an interesting contest. I think Tyson can win by a landslide on points, mate. If he does what he's best at, you know, if he tries to stand his ground and tries to pressure him, mate, it could be a long and very dangerous night for him. You know, because Dillian White's no joke, mate.
Dillian White's fought a lot better opposition than Fury.
He has 100%. He's got a deeper resume, you know.
Yeah, and he's been in a massive camp. He's training abroad, focused in a camp. I think he's going to bring it, mate. I really do.
Yeah, likewise, mate. I can't wait to see it, mate. I'm going away up Edinburgh all weekend, mate. So I'm going to get back to the dig. I'm going to get back to the flat and watch it. So, mate, I can't wait. I'm going to get back. I'm going for a bit scran, a bit day out. I can't wait, mate. It's one of them fights that's really aroused me interest, mate. You know what I'm saying? In a big way. Like, and it's one of them. I like them both so much, yeah. But I like them for different reasons. I like Dillian White because he just wants to fight. You know, he'll fight anybody. That type of attitude, you know, and he's not scared of taking chances as far as opposition, and even in the contest, he will take chances. He's quite good at adapting. But you know, how will he deal with Fury, mate? We'll see.
What the WBC did to him, mate, was terrible. They kept him from. He was #1 mandatory for over two years or something like that, mate. And,
that's right. I think he was. I think wasn't he one of the longest reigning mandatory contenders in history or something?
Yeah, by far, mate. And then Povetkin knocked him out because he was waiting for fights to get the chance at the belt, and then he won it back. He's had a mad career, Dillian White.
Yeah, but how do you feel about like his gas tank? Yeah, because Fury can fight for fucking 20 rounds, but Dillian White, the only fight he went to the distance I can remember last one was Parker, and in that last round, Parker put him down, but that was more because he was so tired, I think.
That's why he needs to put it on him early, just rough him up. He needs to proper rough him up.
He does because I think you know the way Fury boxes, if he's going to choose to box the intelligent way. You know, once he finds that rhythm and once he gets into that groove behind that jab, I think he's going to take, you know, I think Dillian White's going to struggle closing the distance. But like I say, if he roughs him up early and tries to get his respect early on, you know, the fight could go anywhere, mate. This is what I love about boxing, mate. Honestly, I'm so excited I could shit. You know what I mean?
Well, Fury's had Jarrell Miller training with him, yeah? So that's a good, someone similar to Dillian White. But who do you get in to train for Tyson to fight Tyson Fury? There ain't no one like Tyson Fury, is there?
There isn't, mate. And he's a brilliant, absolutely brilliant boxer, but he's got that loose kind of style. His hands are sort of around at his chest, sometimes wrapped around his waist. you know, very difficult to mimic in the gym. So good point, mate. You know, how's he going to get to sparring to replicate that? But, you know, I think Dillian White's taken a lot off this sparring. Seems to be gathering a lot of confidence off this sparring a while ago. But I'm of the opinion, like, sort of Tyson Fury's of the same opinion, you know, like, it's just sparring. You know, your brain's not fully switched on. You know, there's not life and limb at stake when you're sparring. You know what I mean? You train and you've got a different mindset, a different tempo. You know, so I wouldn't take too much from that if I was Dillian White. You know what I mean? But aye,
No, sparring is different. And do you know what? Like, there's an unwritten rule, but it seems to be broken lately, that no one talks about what goes on in sparring. But it seems to be now that people do it out of spite. And bear in mind, Dillian White and Tyson Fury, you're going back 10 years when they sparred.
yeah.
You can't even compare someone now to 10 years ago,
No.
can you?
Personally, I'll put a, sorry, mate, what you talking there, brother?
No?
Personally, in my opinion, I think talking about sparring, you know, and showing some sparring is one thing, but glorifying what you've done in a spar and trying to diminish somebody else, I think is very distasteful. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're training, mate. You know what I mean? You're training. That's it. I mean, mate, I'll be honest, you know, when I was doing the unlicensed and doing a lot of sparring, I used to intentionally go for like a certain move, and I would try it for 2 or 3 rounds, getting nailed, just trying to, because you're training, you're prepared for certain things, you're trying to time certain shots, you may be going for a certain like a two-piece combination, and that's what you're trying for, that's what you're drilling, you know, you're not swinging for the hills, you're not fighting for your life. So it's very different, mate. It's a different format, a different setup, and I don't think it should be spoke about as if, you know, someone got the better, and, you know, as if it's something, as if it's some kind of trophy, as if you're drawn something from it, mate. I think it's very distasteful, and I think it's quite stupid of a fighter, mate, to take something from a spar, you know, and glorify it, mate. To be honest, it's not real, is it?
No. It's basically, that's their job, isn't it? They work with each other, pay each other, so that's like kind of turning your back on your workmates as well, really.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Go on, mate. Who have you got? I've been catching up on your videos, mate. I know you on the BKB series, mate. Who you got coming on next?
I'm hoping to get Diego Sanchez on. He's agreed to do an interview with us. He's going to, like, there's talks of him turning over to bare knuckle and that, isn't there? And Scott McHugh, he's going to jump on. There's a few more, mate, like American fighters and that, but I don't really like to say it until it's 100%, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well done. Aye, mate.
What do you get predictions on the Devin Haney Kambosos fight?
Ooh, another one, mate. That just another one.
Just to add confusion.
I just wet my pants thinking about it, mate.
Beautiful fight.
Like I say, that Kambosos shocked the world last time, mate, because Teofimo Lopez was my man. I loved him, mate. You couldn't get a Rizzler paper between my tongue and his ass. You know what I mean? I was like, he is the man. But fair play to that ferocious Kambosos. He put it on him big time, mate. And like I say, I think when he dropped him with that right hand, you know, the fighters will always put that poker face on, mate. But believe you me, that Lopez got the fright of his life.
Him, didn't he?
He did hurt him, mate. Like I say, it was perfectly timed. I think I'm fucking Devin Haney's he is a beautiful boxer.
I always loved Devin Haney, but when I've seen him, I can't remember who he was fighting. I forgot his name now. The Cuban, what's he called?
Gamboa.
Gamboa, yeah, and he got rocked a couple of arms, didn't he?
He did. He was getting a little bit of stick. Sorry, mate, carry on.
Go on, mate.
He was getting a little bit of stick, wasn't he? Because he didn't get him out of there. You know, a lot of these lads have got him out of there, and he was getting a little bit of stick because he didn't get him out of there. But nah, mate, I thought it was a good, solid performance. But Gamboa's still no joke, mate. And styles make fights. You know what I mean? Just because somebody can get him out of there doesn't mean, you know, just because Haney can't get him out of there doesn't mean Haney can't beat the man that got him out of there. Do you know what I mean? Styles make fights, mate. It doesn't make a blind bit of difference. You know, what you can do with somebody else, it's what you can do with the man in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
We've got Spence Crawford as well. There's some min fights coming up, man.
Mate, that
I'm a bit surprised not to see maybe Dennis McCann, Nathan Gorman, and a few others on Saturday's show. Dennis McCann particularly, I would have thought Frank Warren would have wanted to get in a big arena, like, because he is a great prospect, isn't he?
Yeah, he's class.
Sam Noakes is another one he lives near me, Maidstone. There's a few boys that Frank Warren's got that I'm really I know, sorry, Nathan Gorman's got a Sky, but Dennis McCann, all them boys, I'm surprised they're not out on that, you know?
Yeah.
Who's fighting? Sam Maxwell, is it? Sam Maxwell's fighting for the title tomorrow, isn't he? The IBF title. Is that right?
I believe so. But I just thought, like, if this was Eddie Earn's show, yeah, he would have Dennis McCann on that undercard 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely. I haven't had a much look at the undercard, mate. Who's
I haven't.
You got?
What's it looking like, the undercard?
You got David Adelaide, whatever his name is, David Adelaide.
Yeah.
You've got Tommy Fury fighting. I think he's like a Polish fellow or something. To be honest, I don't really know many of them. To be honest, I don't know whether they're like Dillian's fighters, like, because you know Dillian White manages fighters, and he normally gets his fighters on the Matchroom undercards. But obviously, this ain't anything to do with Matchroom, so I don't know how much clout Dillian had to get his fighters on. So I think there may be a lot of, I don't know, Tyson Fury's friends or whatever, you know.
I'll have a quick look now, see who's on.
Just going to read a couple of the boys out in the comment section. We've got Cherry Hardy, Carlisle Crew, Wolverine Plays, Martino Muay Thai. I've got all the boys in. Layer Cake. Appreciate all your time and attention, people. I just thought I'd come on and have a quick blast, a quick live. I'm going sparring tonight with another top amateur. I'm away down Unit 5. Gonna go try and get 5 rounds grafting. And I was just saying before to Jimmy, I don't know what happened to Jimmy, mate. He just vanished. I was just saying before to Jimmy about this BFBA show and how, you know, I think Danny Duval's fighting for the BKB a month before he was going to be fighting me. So, like I was saying to you, mate, kind of puts mine in his fight in jeopardy, mate. Especially he's meant to be fighting a half-decent kid. I'm thinking, you know, I don't want to wait about.
No, do you know what, Danny? Obviously, I did hear. I heard you speaking about that earlier. Now, obviously, I've match made this fight for Seth Jones with you and Danny. But my personal opinion is, if Danny's not going to come off BFBA, mate, like both go for that one, yeah. But obviously, like they can't hold on and hope that none of you get injured for that show. But BFBA is the most professional show, and my advice would be definitely go for that, mate. But that's obviously your decision.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously I'll ring you later. I'll give you a bell later and we can chat in more detail if you want to. But my advice as a friend and, you know, is that, you know, they are the professional organisations, you know? Yeah.
I really like the sound of the BFBA, and I like Andy, mate, speaking to him, mate. He's a proper nice chap. And
he is a nice fella.
He's a lovely fella. And I've had a fella, I'm not going to say his name because, you know, nothing's fully confirmed yet, but I've had someone really interested in being my manager, mate. And he's, mate, he's a top fella, mate. He's got some top fighters under him, you know. He's got some good, and I know people who know him. And, you know, mate, it sounds brilliant, mate, what he's saying. And, you know, like I was saying before, I don't want to be sat about a 41, 42-year-old thinking shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I mean? When the window's closed.
100%.
That's it, mate. I'm gonna give this last run, this last venture, BKB venture. Like I say, I'm calling it a venture because I'm putting that much into it, mate. I'm gonna give it my whole heart and soul. I think it's gonna go well with my recovery, and I'm just, mate, I'm confident that I can make some serious waves. You know what I mean? 37 or not 37, mate. I think I can. Going up against 13-stone kids and, you know, people my weight, mate, I'm confident that I can lay them out. You know what I mean? I've got the timing, I've still got a bit of skill, and I've still got plenty of fight IQ, mate, to land the shots that I want to land. You know what I mean? So I'm going for my point. Both battles, you know.
Definitely. I mean, from my point, Danny, like, I was just glad that me and you started the ball rolling with you wanting to get back into fighting, because it definitely would have been a tragedy if you didn't go on one of these bare knuckle shows and have a couple of fights, mate. Definitely.
100%.
So, like us talking and that, like for me, it was just nice to hear you start being positive and want to give it a go. And you're right, exactly what you say. If I was in your position, mate, I would be taking all of that. You know what I mean? Like Seth's show, yeah, I ain't going to be as professional as BFBA, you know. And BFBA, I've got to say, as well as BK.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Listen,
I'll give you a bell later, mate. That's my stance on it, Dan. I think you should do it. I think you should grab every penny you can at the moment, mate. Like you say, none of us are getting any younger, are we?
Well, this is it, mate. Exactly. You know, I've got the fire back inside, mate. The fire's in the belly, mate. You know what I mean? I'm waking up in the morning. Once I've done my gratitude, my prayer, my meditation, I'm chomping at the bit to get out running and get to the gym and that, mate. It's there. It hasn't been there for years. Do you understand, mate? I thought it was gone. That's why I've never reached out to anybody, and I've never pushed it, thinking because it wasn't there. It's all right. I wouldn't want to agree to something without being wholeheartedly into it. Do you know what I mean? And that's where I am at the minute, mate. My whole heart's into it. I'm jumping in with both feet, and I think Danny Divvies would have been a good first opponent, you know. But like I say, if it, you know, I can't. Like Jimmy said before, you know, I can't worry about what Danny Divvies doing. That's his business, what he wants to do. If he wants to take a fight the month before, that's his business. But now I'm thinking, I need to concentrate on myself here and not be kind of waiting about to see what someone else does. So,
yeah,
you know, first, and I'm going to jump on this BSBA show, mate, I think.
That's fair enough, mate. That's fair. Is that the one Ben's on? Ben's fighting on that one, is he? Ben Atchett's fighting Chazza. Is that the one?
I think it's the Ben and Chazza one, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, oh, wicked. All right, no worries. Yeah, well, I'm going to that as well. They've said I can go along and do interviews, so that'd be brilliant if you are on it, bud.
Yeah. Well, that's
all right, listen, I've got to go. I've got to take my son home. Boys, thank you very much for having me on, Danny.
Yeah, that's all, mate. I'll speak to you soon, brother.
Yeah, mate, I'll give you a bell later, all right? Big up, Hughes. I'll speak to you later, bro. Thanks to everyone in the comments. Catch you later on.
Yeah. I will, mate. Listen, I just want to thank you as well, personally, mate, you know, on air, because you've done us a few favours, mate. You've put us in touch with some good people. And like I say, the conversation I had today, mate, it's put it into perspective, you know what I mean? I'm starting to get a bit of vision. Do you know what I mean? It's not just an idea no more. It's not just an idea no more, mate. You know?
Now's the right time. This BKFC, mate, are turning people into superstars. They've got people, Chad Mendes, Mike Perry, all people coming out with the UFC because the purses are more than what the champions are getting paid in the UFC. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, yes, it's going to be massive, mate. It's the fastest growing sport on the planet. They've just signed up with another massive pay-per-view company, mate. It's going to blow up, and now they're coming over here to do a potential 6 shows a year.
Mate. Like I say, it's gonna be off the charts, isn't it?
Unbelievable, mate.
Yeah. And there's, like I say, that fella, I'll keep his name out of it, mate, but you know, from what I've heard, mate, you know, he's as honest as they come, you know, and he knows the game, you know, so mate, I'm a bit wet behind the ears, mate, when it comes to business, do you know what I mean? It's why I've got an empty pocket, mate. I think I've got 300 quid to my name. You know what I mean? But I'm a bit wet behind the ears, mate, when it comes to business and that. But I tell you what, it'd be nice to pull a couple of quid out of it as well.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
You know, that's why I'm doing it, mate. If I was just fighting for a fiver or a trophy, mate, I wouldn't be interested. But I know, you know, mate, and I know how, mate, I know that I've still got something left to offer, mate. Do you understand? I know it. You know what I mean? It's all right, one thing thinking something and being a bit mate, I know 100% I've still got something to offer, mate. I've still got all the heart in the world, you know what I mean? I'll fight any man in skin. You know what I mean? And mate, I'm super confident I can make these waves, mate.
Seen that Paggy ran on short notice, so imagine you're in a full training camp, mate, with your head screwed on.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, with my head clean as well, mate. Like I say, I went into the sparring I'm doing, mate. Honestly, mate, I feel great, and I can still have my own with these young'uns. You know what I mean? 21-year-old kids and that, like I say, England reps and that, mate. I can still have my own with them. You know what I mean? I don't do bad with them. I don't get embarrassed in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? I can still land the punches that I try to land. And really pleased with myself, mate. You know, the fact that I can, I've got an opportunity that's what I'm pleased with, mate. There's an opportunity right in front of us, mate. And see, for the last 10 years, especially when I've been in active addiction, mate, I have passed up 1,000,001 good opportunities, you know what I mean? And look back, and already I think shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know, could have done this, could have done that. As it stands, mate, the opportunity is right in front of us, mate, and I'm going to take it with both hands. And, you know, it's not a bit different to, well, very different to gloved fighting, do you know what I mean? But I know, I'm aware, mate, of what I've got to do, you know what I mean? The best analogy I've ever heard of it was, you know, it's like walking a tightrope with no net, BKB, you know, because literally just takes one shot, mate, as you know, to open your eyes or to stop the fight, you know what I mean? So, I'm going to be looking, I'm going to be sitting down on every punch, mate.
You've got a bit of an advantage as well, because 50% of the fighters that I interview with bare knuckle have never, like, had a bare knuckle fight in their life, not even on the streets and that. So when they've had the bare knuckle debut, mate, it's literally been the first time. Do you know what I mean? Where you've tasted it. Do you get me?
Yeah. And I don't, you know, I won't be, I mean, I'm not one for making excuses, mate. You know what I mean? What will be, will be. I'm going to live in the gym. You know what I mean? And on fight night, mate, you will see, mate, you've heard it here first, mate. I am going to commit to punches. You know what I mean? I'm going to close the distance. I'm not going to become a different fighter, be a forward fighter or a pressure fighter. I'm a boxer puncher. You know what I mean? I'm going to be looking to set big punches up. You know, like I say, you don't get paid for overtime. I'm not in there for playing around. You know what I mean? I'm seriously looking to do some serious damage. You know, and I want to make some waves, mate. You know, I'm 37-year-old. And like I say, the window's closing, mate, but it's not shut. It's not shut yet, you know? Like I say, mate, I just want to thank you for all the brilliant advice that you give us. And, you know, the people who you've put us in touch with, mate, I thank you very much. And, mate, you know something, I'm starting to feel a certain type of way about not fighting Deval on this show, simply on Seth Jones' promotion, simply because I give them my word. I haven't signed a contract, mate, but I give them my word that I would do it. And I still would do it, mate. I'll fight him tomorrow. But, like, I need to put myself first, mate. I don't want to be floating about in the background waiting to see how Danny Deval does, and then we maybe or maybe not fight. Do you understand? I need to be putting myself first here. You know, I need to be thinking about Danny, and I mean Danny Christie, me. You know, I need to be thinking about myself because I'm getting serious with it, mate. You know, I think Danny Deval would have been a good fight for us. You know, I'm very confident I could have beat him. You know what I mean? Very confident.
Just lost you there,
like
mate.
I say, you just never know, mate. I want to, you know, I'm confident, mate. I'm actually choking to get down in the gym and spar tonight. You know, just that thing what hasn't been there for years. You know, that fire, mate. Fire's in the belly, mate. I just feel like I could punch a hole in a tank at the minute. You know what I mean?
Definitely, mate. That's what you need. That's what you need, mate. And the opportunities are there, mate. You need to grab them with both hands and fucking take it, kid. Yeah,
absolutely, mate. And thank you. Like I say, can't thank you enough, mate. You know, and on that breath, mate, I mentioned it on the live, mate. Your channel, mate, and the format and the way you speak to fighters, and you know your interviewing style, mate. It's class. It's class, mate. You know, no, mate. Your channel is gonna. I hope you know your channel is gonna be around for a long, long time, and especially the way you've got a good following, and you've got got a foot in the door, and you've got like this certain way with people, mate. I think as this sport grows, your channel is going to grow with it, mate. You know, and you are going to be like potentially the voice of BKB, mate. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I hope so, mate. I really appreciate that.
Honestly, mate, I'm quite certain of it. Yeah.
I'm going to put the work in.
Brilliant thing what you're doing, mate. What was that, mate?
I said I'm going to put the work in, mate. So hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah. Mate, I'm absolutely certain, mate. Because like I say, you're doing it. You're not sat at a computer or sat at your phone all day. But you know, this here, what we see, your channel, what we see here, it's part time, mate. To say the most, it's part time. You know, it's probably only getting. I can imagine it only getting a couple hours a day at best, is it?
Yeah, mate. Look, I'll show you now. Wait there. I'm wait there. I'm sitting in a hotel room now, mate. I'm going to work all day.
Yeah.
Just fucking been grafting, mate. You have to, don't you, Dan? When you got kids and that,
mate.
mate.
You know, that's smart, that, mate. listen, mate, you know yourself, you need to pay the bills and put food on the table, you know. And that's
100%.
Mate, like I was saying to you today on the phone, mate, that's where my head is with it. That's where my head is with it, mate. I've worked on building sites and been chaining scaffold, mate, for the last 17, 18 years, mate. I don't want to do it no more. Do you know what I mean?
Same, mate. It's torture, mate, and it's some mornings getting up and you have to go. It's fucking torture, mate.
Fucking chew.
Imagine just waking up and being able to do YouTube every day, mate, and make a living from it. It'd be unbelievable, man.
Mate, how class would that be? The old Danny boy even able to wake up and like do a school run or something with the bands, and then I've maybe like, you know what I mean? I've 6 or 7 hours a day to myself to train and make a bit of content and that.
Mental, innit?
Mate, I won't bend the truth whatsoever. That's where my head is with it. I'm trying to get my business head on with it and think, you know, instead of just playing about with this YouTube and this and being an ex-fighter, you know what I mean? You've got something to offer, Danny. This is me talking in the second person here. Like thinking to myself, you've got something to offer here, Danny. Like, grab it by both arms, go for it, mate. And I could, you know what I mean? I'm confident I can make a living out of it. You know, as far as my YouTube channel, hopefully that'll grow, you know, as the BKB takes off. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. It'll go hand in hand. And you know, I'd love to fight on this Seth Jones show. And I never say never. I'm not saying no. I'm really not. But you know, I think I can make. Listen, if we let's say me and Danny Duval, by whatever, we both come through this fight and we're both unscathed, mate, I'll take him on at that show just like I said I was gonna. I was gonna. But as it stands, I need to move me. I need to get the ball rolling a bit faster, and I want to be on this BFBA show, and I think it's on the 6th of June, is it?
Yes. June. Yeah, 6th of June.
6th of June, mate. There you go. Well, I want matched on that show, mate.
Oh no, it's a 4th of June. BFBA show, 4th of June, yeah. But there's 2 shows in June, 1 in July.
Right. Well, I'm gonna, like I say, we'll see how my condition is, mate. After that, mate. I'll, like I said to Andy, you know, it's up to them. They're the matchmakers. I'm not going to say to anybody, you know, I want an easy fight, or I want a stiff, or I want whatever. I took the Danny Duval fight on because somebody asked us who I would fight off the 3D card, and obviously, you know, you go for the main event winner. So that's what I went for. That's how Danny Duval's name come into it. But you know, when I'm in the gym and I'm confident, and I know I've been training, and I know I'm fight fit, mate, I'll fight anyone in skin. You know, they can pick me opponent. They can put me in with whoever they see fit. You know, I'm of that attitude. I'm of that background. I'm of that heart. You know, I don't care if I get flaked out in 10 seconds, mate. You know, and my opponent is getting 100% of me. And no matter what, if I slip on a banana skin, mate, in the middle of the ring, you will never hear an excuse out of me. I'm not going to say, you know, but it was this and but it was that, mate. It's a fight. There's so many variables. Anything whatsoever can happen. And I can take a defeat, mate. I can take a defeat probably better than the next man, mate. I've had a few of them. I've been flaked out in the street a lot of times, mate. It doesn't bother us. Do you know what I mean? I can take it, mate. I can take it like a man. But I've got other plans, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Definitely. I've got other plans. And I think I really do.
Honestly, Dan, I really think you'll do really well at it, mate. I really do think you'll do really well at it. And
thank you.
Everyone's just look at the comments, mate. Everyone wants you to see your fight. You know what I mean? It blew up.
I'm not going to have to apologise to everybody in the comments, mate, because I need an admin or something, you know, to go through them all. And I really apologise to everybody because I haven't took much attention, you know, and I should do. But I'm passionate about when I get talking, I get passionate, mate. I'm not a woman, you know. I can't multitask. When I'm talking to someone, like I'm talking to them. You know what I mean? I can't talk to you and pretend I'm giving you my attention when I'm looking in the comments. And I can't look in the comments.
I can't do it, mate. I just
exactly.
Use my eye every now and again.
Yeah. But mate, like I say, time will tell. But I'll say this, you know, I would say just anyone watching or anyone who likes fighting, anyone who likes BKB, just keep an eye on us, mate, because I'm pretty certain, you know, I can impress. And you know, it's all right. You know, when I've got the business side of me head saying, look, you can make a few quid out of this, Danny. Your channel can grow. You can get good wages. You can get good sponsors. That's the business side of me head. But my heart is telling me that I can do this for myself. You know what I mean? The main reason being, like I keep saying, mate, I don't want to be sat around a 42, 43-year-old in another 5 years' time thinking, fucking missed the window there, mate. You know, when the window's closed and thinking, shoulda, coulda, woulda, motherfucker. You know, it's the last thing I want to be thinking, mate. So
eat you away for the rest of your life, mate.
It will, mate. It won't be worth it, you know. And like I say, mate, if I go in and I have 2 fights and I get sparked in them both, I'll say to myself, right, you tried that, you know, and I'll be proud of myself regardless because I've had a go. You know what I mean? I've had a go and I've tested myself, you know. But I honestly, mate, as far as the BKB scene goes, you know, I think I can still mix it with these young'uns. And mate, I've never took a man on. I've never walked into a fight and thought I'm going to get beat here. It's just not the way I roll, mate. You know, I think I can beat anybody that they put in front of us, mate. That's what I train to do. That's what my heart and my head tells us I can do. You know, and whether I can or I can't, I've got the fight IQ to be not made a mug of, mate. Do you know what I mean? Regardless, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah. But as I'm gonna say, I'm gonna close this down in about 5 minutes, mate, because I'm away down sparring with that kid tonight. But what you got on for the rest of the night, mate? You just putting the film up. Do you have a FaceTime with the kids and the missus or something on a night or something, do you?
Yeah, FaceTime the missus and the kids, mate, and then just chill out, mate. Maybe just go for a walk with the lads and that. It's nice outside, isn't it? Beautiful,
yeah,
man.
Of course it is, mate.
Well,
Mate, it's one of them when you're working away, though, isn't it? It's working and back to the digs and working and back to the digs, mate. And you're just chucking your money in the bank and just trying to keep your head down, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%, mate. If you're going out and well, I don't drink anyway, but if you're going out spending money, it's pointless being away, innit? You can't do it when you've got people. You're
defeating the purpose, aren't you, mate? You know what I mean?
100%. But what are you doing? Just start going to the gym and then chilling out?
I'm going to the gym, mate. I'm gonna try and grind 5 rounds out. I'm not exactly fight fit, mate, but I reckon if I got at it for a month, you know, I reckon I can be fight fit in a month. I really do. I think in 4 week, you know, I've started sorting my diet out and that, mate. See, for years, I'll buy a pack of them 5 cream eggs on a morning, me, and just eat them in the wagon before I've even got the job. You know, I've got that type of body, mate. I love cake and I love kebabs and that, right? I'll eat them all day, every day, me. And I don't put body fat on because I've got that type of body. Do you know what I mean? I've just got good kind of genetics that way. I'm kind of blessed. But last 3 days, mate, I've been sorting my diet out, thinking, right, away to the Aldi's, get a pile of veg and all that, the fruit and all that, mate. And, you know, I'm going to check, that's what I mean. I'm going to take it seriously, mate. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to check it right down to the nutrition, right down across the board, mate. I'm taking this seriously, as in mindset, nutrition and training. Aye, mate, I'm
definitely.
I'm telling you now, mate, right?
You can see you're excited about it.
Mate, I'm buzzing. Honestly, mate, I'm buzzing. I'm like a bear in a sweet shop, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing with it. And like I said, see the vision in my head, mate. I can nearly see it now, mate. You know, I know I'm nobody's divvy. You know what I mean? I know with the right mindset and with the right camp, you know, and the right training. Listen, mate. Honestly, mate, I'm telling you now, mate. Honestly, and I'm not mincing my words here, mate. I am going to make some serious waves in this BKB, mate. Keep an eye on me, mate. You'll see.
Definitely, mate. 100%.
I'm telling you, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing, mate. I can't wait. But listen, mate, I really appreciate you, you know, accepting my offer to come on and have a bit chat with us. I'm gonna fly home. I'm gonna get my wraps in my gum shield and that, and I'm gonna shoot down the gym for a few rounds. I told them I'll be there for 7:30.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll stay in touch with you anyway on the WhatsApp and that.
Absolutely, brother, mate. Absolutely. Listen, thanks for jumping on, mate. And I'll let you go for now, and I'll speak to you soon, brother. All right?
Yes, no problem, Dan. See you in a bit, bro.
My man. Bye-bye, brother. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Aye. Yes, everybody. I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna have a few rounds down the gym with another top amateur, because that's the way I roll. And I'm gonna see if I can still mix it with these young'uns. Time will tell. We'll maybe put a little clip of the sparring up. We'll see. You know, like I say, I don't mind putting the odd video, you know, for a little bit of content and that, but I don't mind putting clips up at all. But like I say, it's personal, isn't it? You know, training and that. It's all right saying I'm doing it I don't like to make a bit of content. It's all right saying, you know, whatever I'm saying on my wife's YouTube channel. But this for me is a personal affair. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't mean personal between me and my opponent. This is personal for me and me. This is one last roll of the dice for Danny Boy. You know, and you're looking at somebody now who is very, very, you know, confident and very certain that I can make some serious waves in the BKB. You know, and as far as 13 stone men go, you know I can crack. You know, I'm confident that I can crack. And I just need to stay grounded, you know, stay in the fellowship, stay grounded, stay clean, stay in the gym. And I honestly think the sky's the limit as far as this BKB goes. You know what I mean? I think I can make I think I can get a really good account of myself. But this is me just pulling back up on my front. I just want to thank everybody. I'm just going to go through a few comments before I shut off. There's hundreds and hundreds of comments in here. I apologise to everybody now, each and every person that's watching this, or everybody that's commented. I apologise simply because I haven't given the comments my attention tonight. You know, I just wanted to get a couple of people on and speak boxing. We've covered a bit of the Dylan White Tyson Fury, and we've talked a bit about this this BKB venture that I'm going on. So we've got the real Angus Young. You, my man, you're my man. I want to thank you for all the support that you've given us. You know, you always make some nice comments, mate, and thank you. Jill Baldwin, thank you very much, love. Colombo 1969, Malta Whitty, the Carlisle crew. There we go. Thank you, Donald Taylor. I love you too, Java. Tony Tone. I think we had over 200 here. I've just seen 200 and something before, so I want to thank everybody for coming on the live and showing us some love. You know, even the haters, lovers, haters, boys and girls, vibrations of the mind of the one true God. Lee G, Callum F, Peter NUFC, my man, appreciate that, brother. We've got a few in tonight. We've got Betty, the peace symbol, Fly Me to the Moon, Jamie Lax, Rusty Steele. Listen, thank you, everybody. I'm just going to go and get my Rhapsody gummy. I'm going to go down the gym for a few rounds. We'll maybe put a little clip on my YouTube there. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how I do. If I get yucked up and down, maybe we'll put out on. But we'll see, all right? Thank you, everybody, for coming on, giving us time and attention. I really appreciate it. I know everybody's got a million and one things to do. So the fact that you're coming on and giving us a little bit of time, showing us some love, you know, I really appreciate it, all right? God bless each and every one of you. Bye-bye for now.